Hello YouTube and welcome to the Miniature Construction Company. Now today's video is going to be a review and unboxing of this bad boy. It's a Wltoys A959-A and we'll discuss the differences between A, B and the ordinary ones in a moment. But first off, we'll get this out of the box, or out of its plastic wrapper I should say. As usual for the channel, I've never opened this package, so literally you are seeing it live, as it were, with me. So let's get the plastic off. Oops, upside down. Okay, now then, like I said to you before, I've had the A959-A. And the reason for this is the slower one out of the four. And I've picked this one because we're buggy novices really. I've only been used to crawlers. The 14401 I tried was absolutely blisteringly fast. So I just wanted something that me and the lads could get used to using, and then we've got a base there to upgrade, do whatever we want. So that's why I've picked the slow one. It's just to give us a bit of practice with a buggy really. We've never had one before. It's been years since I've had one. And I know that even the slow one of this is quite quick. So without further ado, let's get it out of the box and have a look. So what have we got then? In the box we've got a USB charger. We've got a little spanner stroke wrench to undo the wheel nuts. Okay, I'll just get rid of this box a minute. I will say this, with Wltoys, they're very well packaged. You get nice sturdy boxes with them.
Okay, we have.
Well, we have the buggy. Let's see if I can get the controller out. Okay, and there's the controller. It does take 4 AA batteries, which you have to supply. Right, that's the little fella out of the box. First impressions, it's not a bad looking little buggy really. It's 1/18th scale, so it's smaller than the 14401 I tried the other week, I think, which is 1/14th scale. There's a lot of plastic on this one. But to be honest, for the money, I mean, I paid approximately 38 quid here in the UK. I'll convert that to dollars to my American brethren on the screen below. But it was 38 quid. Like I said, there's a lot of plastic, but to be honest, it feels quite solid. You get metal drive shafts. The drive cups on the wheel side are all metal, whereas the differentials have little plastic drive cups. Like I say, the drive shafts are all metal. Let's get the lid off and have a look inside. Now there are some differences, like I said I was going to explain what the differences were between the 4 different types. So about to find out. Battery lives in there. Now this is the first major difference between the other 3 and this one. Now because this is the novice friendly one, it uses a 6.4 volt 750 milliamp hour battery, whereas the other 3 use a 7.4 volt 11 and 1500 milliamp hour battery. So what the runtime is going to be like with this, I don't know. Obviously the B model has the large motor, whereas this comes with a 390 size motor in it. To be honest, it's still not going to be slow with that thing in it. I mean, although this is the slowest out of the 3, I think on the box it still says it does sort of 35 kilometers an hour, which is when when you're getting used to something, especially on loose dirt and gravel whatnot, I think it's plenty fast enough. So I think it uses the same ESC and receiver combo as all the others. So there might be scope in the future to put a 7.4 volt battery in it. Possibly. Another difference on the A model is the centre drive shaft, I believe, is plastic. Now, I know that the gears inside the diffs on the B model are metal. Whether they are on the A model, I don't know. And as far as I'm aware, the only other difference between the A model and the B model and the two other ordinary ones is the controller. Now this is the same controller as the 14401, and I'm going to be honest, I actually prefer this one, and I'll tell you why. It's because it's got a dual rate throttle knob. So if you want, because it's novice friendly, you can turn the speed down, or the throttle response down, to a crawl. So if you're learning how to run one of these little buggies, and you've got somebody who's a little bit of a novice, you can turn the dual rate throttle right down, and it's just a lot slower. So anyway, those are all the differences that I'm aware of between the 4 different models. What we really want to know is what's it like to actually drive. So enough of me waffling on. I get the battery charged up and take it for a spin outside. Now then, I have got a little issue with this. I don't know whether there's a stone caught in it, but as you can probably... Ooh. I think there might... Yeah, I think there might be a stone caught in this somewhere. So possibly, might have to take it home and have a look. So I might have to cut the video short, unfortunately. Back inside now. Conclusion time. What did we think? Well, let's start off with the good points. Price. 38 quid. It's not a lot of money by any stretch of the imagination, and I think you get a lot for it. Fun factor. Even though this is the slowest buggy out of the A959 range, if you like, it's still plenty fast enough as you can have a laugh with it. It just encourages you to be a bit of a hooligan, which it's got to be a thumbs up. Like I say, it's fun, just fun. Now, bad points. Now there aren't many actually, but the couple that I did notice, and they're minor, and they're probably easily fixed, to be fair. The first one is the suspension. Terribly bouncy. It's okay on tarmac and flat, loose surfaces, but if you get it on bumps, bloody hell, the thing just jumps any which way it wants and it becomes virtually uncontrollable. But I think that's fairly easy to fix, and I'll probably go through some of these improvements in a future video. Now the second bad point and this is by far the worst one, is the battery life in this. Because it has the 6.4 volt battery, you get approximately between 5 and 7 minutes of running time, and when you're enjoying yourself, that is nowhere near long enough. So that is the thing that bothered me the most, is the fact that 5 to 7 minutes and it's game over. But again, like the suspension issue, I think that would be pretty easy to iron out, you know. So like I say, I'm going to try and cover some of those things in a future video. The other thing before we go is, now if you remember, I had to cut the video short because there's a horrible noise from the transmission. I traced it back to a little stone I'd got into this case here and was basically stuck between the pinion gear on the motor, which is metal, and the plastic shaft gear. It was easy to fix, so just took that little cover off there, lifted it up and just flicked the stone out, and jobs are good. But it wasn't in there very long, and like I say, this main gear in here is plastic and it did chew it. Not so it's not going to work ever again, but it did chew a couple of the teeth up, which is on a brand new Buggy. It's a little bit galling, but like I say, it's not bad enough as it won't run, but it has damaged a couple of the teeth. So like I say, there's a little gap there that possibly wants filling with something. So would I recommend the Wltoys A959-A to anybody? And the short answer is yes, I would. Yeah, I think it's a brilliant value for money little buggy. It's quick enough as well, you can still have a laugh with it. Even though it's a slow start to 4, like I've mentioned, it's still plenty quick enough as you can have a right laugh with it. And all it encourages you to do, these buggies, is just to be a hooligan with them. So that's got to be a thumbs up from me. It comes with my preferred controller with the throttle dual rate on it. So yeah, and there's plenty of upgrades if you want to make it go faster at any point. You can do, because there's absolutely tons of upgrades out there. If you go on eBay, it's littered with them. So the spares, upgrades, and no problem at all. As ever, if you found the video of some use and of interest, please give it a thumbs up, and more importantly, if you're feeling that way inclined, hit that subscribe button. It really helps with making the content for the videos. And if you're interested in these buggies, there's going to be a few upgrade videos coming up where I deal with a couple of the issues we've talked about. So if you're interested, stay tuned for more similar content.